Alright, so I have a GE dishwasher here that all of a sudden last night it started to overflow and go all over the floor. And so wasn't any seals that was broken with it. The dishwasher is only 2 years old. Let's see what the model number is. And so it's upside down, but GDT 655SSJ2SS. Yes, and so I already started taking some of the parts, of course, out, and it was the diverter assembly at the bottom that when I pulled it out, it tripped the breaker because water was gushing out of it. And I'll show you where the water's coming out. I already took the clamps off before, but right there, you see where the hose assembly, this little piece right there, it's not supposed to look like that at all. And so I went to go get the replacement part and to drive about an hour away to fix it. But apparently this part from GE was discontinued. If you see the numbers on there, turn it this way. The 265D2790. It got replaced by another part, but try to find it online and it is an absolute nightmare. Everybody has the same problem of it gushing out. This is dry rot that happens. And so we run it on, the sanitized cycle, and it takes some 280 minutes for it to go every night. And so it probably just, with the heat, finally buckled. But if it can't stand the heat, they shouldn't make the part to go that hot, in my opinion, because it shouldn't fail that often. And I guess I'll show you the other part that I got. This is the replacement right here. I just ordered it, and you see the new part number is the WD19X25278. It's a diverter assembly kit. And so it comes with this and a whole bunch of clamps. I really just need the small clamp because that's the one that I took off right here that I already have. And so I'm just gonna literally plug and play and replace the part and then test it and see how it is. But just want to know if anyone else had that issue with it. Alright, just to show a close-up here, the old part, and that's where it failed, right there. And in the same place, you see that's what it's supposed to look like, so no divots, nothing like that. But don't know why they would design it to fail like that. Interesting. It still has the same part number 265D2790, but they said it was discontinued. So they're still using the same part numbers. They just change, with appliances, they just change the model numbers and everything just to keep charging more money. That's literally what it's about. And so to put this part back on, there are 3 screws, 1, 2, and 3 that you got to put back on, and then the clamp goes around there. So I'm gonna try to line it up first. Alright, yep, I need 2 hands for this. Okay, so what I've done is before I put it on there, I'm going to wrap it up with some thread tape. It's just PVC thread seal tape. So, the issue of it buckling before is the main issue. And I don't know if it's heat or dry or whatever it is. So I've wrapped it a few times with that tape. Then I'm also going to wrap it with electrical tape, and then after that I am going to put, not very tight on there, but I'm going to put another clamp on this part. This is where it goes and connects onto the other one, but I'm also going to put another clamp on here just so that that buckling wouldn't happen again in the future, and it'll have some longevity. I want to see if I can beat the odds that way. All right, so now I got the electrical tape around that one and this clamp loosely, you know, not too tight, not too hard around it. So I'm gonna get the second one on there and then fit it in, slide it in there, and then that's the one that I'm gonna tighten as much as I can. I'll probably put some thread and seal around here as well, because I don't like how those threads are looking. Alright, so the only point of me putting this one on was for heat dissipation, because that's what I believe what the buckling was. What I noticed is this also has to be screwed in, but if you were to screw this in first, then it comes apart here. So you want to tighten this down first and get it set, and then you're gonna screw it in. Alright, this is underneath. I like what I see of how tight and tightened it is. I'm going to take off the excess thread and tape there, but she looks good. Alright, I got it plugged back in. Put everything back in minus the trays. I'm going to test it out. Here comes the moment of truth. Start it up. So far nothing, which is good. The part right there is where what failed, over there. You see the water running. Let's see if I can get my flashlight. See, that's some of the dry rot right there. Right now the basin should be filled with water. You see how much came out? Dry rot right there, the motor. No leaks. There was a little bit of smoke from the residual water and the components, but right now nothing's gushing, which is great. Now I'm gonna stop it because I also want to check this drain right there. The drain, I had to change the clamp because in installing it came out and it was the crimp type, which I don't have the tool to do it, so I had to take that off and put the new one on, and that is just you know, screw on. Screw on is easier to put on and off, but the compression type ones are the ones that'll really last you, but since I don't have it, you know, it is what it is. Alright, so I'm gonna stop it and see if the drain is gonna work. Hold it down. Let's see. So the relay moved that drain pump. No leaks, which is good. It looks great. Alright, I'm good to go. Alright, so I'm gonna call it success. I'm gonna clean up, push it back in, and go on about my merry way. Thanks for watching. Alright, again, so the only point of this first clamp on the left side was, I think it's because heat had it buckling, so it's to help dissipate the heat. But then when you want to now tighten this one, because it'll slide out, let's see if I can get focus here. When I push on it, it comes out like this, pushing on down here as if you had it tightened in. Then you can't push it in from there. So what you want to do first is pull this out and tighten it this way first,